And it does feel to me as if the rest of the riders behind have conceded that this man is going to take the victory today. He's flying, isn't he? Number 4 on his back. 11 seconds is the lead with 5.4 seconds to go. He looks behind. He'll see daylight. Rounds the corner, takes a gulp of air, and will be soon back on the power again. That was a good move. It just shows how important it is, Carlton, in the back end of a big race like this to have numbers up in front. Thijs Benoot has played his part. I cannot see the American now being caught.
Teammates, if you've got one, it's like gold. 14 seconds now. He's extending the margin, 5.1 kilometres from home. And I think we have our winner, finally. Mind you, we were saying that about Alberto Bettiol when he went on the attack and he got himself injured. One thing is for certain, you cannot take anything for granted here, but one thing we must grant is that this is a huge move from Jurgensen. This is Kung trying to close it down. Once again, Tarling just off the back. No more pavé or indeed mountains to climb. There's the 5K to go marker. So 300 metres is the gap only, and it accounts for 19 seconds. Pace is off here, and they're thinking about minor places. This is that little jink and dive, thinking, you know what, a podium on a day like this is possibly a pretty good result. It's not a win, though, is it? And this man is heading right there. What a ride. And chapeau to him, Matt. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is absolutely superb. He is. I think this man is one of the most exciting riders on the planet right now. He's got a wonderful demeanour. He's bright. He's intelligent. He wants to learn, and he's still relatively young. You know, spent a couple of years with Movistar. Was touted as one of the next big things. He's come to Visma Lease Bike and he's taken on a new leaf of life. I think this team is allowing him to flourish and fulfil his potential. Do you know what? Going to tip it now. This has got to be a man for the Grand Tours in the future. There's that attack, but really crisp as well. There was nothing laboured about that at all. You know, there was nothing.
Look at the default.
Around. Yeah, that's it.
They just cannot organise themselves. And no surprise, Matt, it's a mental thing apart from anything else, a physical thing naturally because of the pace that the day has been taken at. It's been absolutely relentless, hasn't it? They've got nothing left.
Yeah, they're tired, and also de Bont and remember Abrahamson as well. They've been in front all day. Stefan Kung has done what he can. It's been a great ride. Tarling kind of telegraphed that one a little bit. Straight on the wheel is Thijs Benoot, but this man's never been in a position like this before. Ineos and his family can be very proud of the way that Josh Tarling has ridden today. Uncharted territory.
Cuts to the right. He said, well, if you're going to have a go, I'll have a go as well. And Tarling watches Kung go. He's going to try and get back onto this, what will be a quintet of chasers. But I'm afraid the man who's going to win the day is off and up the road. He's got a margin of over half a minute, and Tarling can't quite hold the wheel just for now. This man's holding the world in his hands, it seems. Matteo Jurgensen from this magnificent team Visma Lease Bike, and he is just sailing it home. 3 kilometres to go. He's not going to cede 30 seconds. He just needs to take care, Matt. He's done the hard work, and here it was.
Yep, there's the move again from the front, straight out of the wheel after his teammate had been away. Straight into that TT mode, super aerodynamic. There it is again. We're getting multiple angles of that attack, but look, high leg speed out of the saddle, straight back into that efficient position, and nobody could do anything about it. But look at this man. Abrahamson has now gone clear.
Abrahamson tries to ping off 2.7 kilometres to go. I don't know how much strength he's got left in his legs, but closing a gap of 34 seconds is too big an ask, surely, at this distance. But Jonas Abrahamson, all credit to the Norwegian, is just tired of the group, quite frankly. He's having a look round. He's saved his energy brilliantly today, considering he's been up the road for most of the day. He's hidden in full view, I think it's fair to say, within that group. But this man, Matteo Jurgensen, is heading for a big one. Well, Dwars d'Or may not be the biggest of your classics, but it's an important one. It's a bridge to Flanders, and it's a bridge too far, I'm afraid, for some others, and it looks like Josh Tarling has to be included in that vanguard. Leaving it behind him is Jonas Abrahamson. So if these are podium places that are up for grabs right now, it looks like the Norwegian is making a big claim. 2Ks to go. Matteo Jurgensen's going to bring this home, Matt.
Yeah, he's looking good, and he looks so smooth. A little bit of rocking from his upper body, but he's absolutely dialed on that bike. He is super stylish, calm. You know, he showed so much potential in the classics, and it just shows how deep this Visma Lease Bike team is. They've already won Omloop, they've won Kuurne, and now it looks as if, barring a disaster, they're going to take Dwars Vlaanderen as well. Super riding, great team. I mean, great team riding as well. But I'm so impressed by the riding of this Norwegian rider who's just clipped off the front. They can't quite decide.
He's decided if there's podium up for grabs, I'd like 2 yellows on there, maybe 1 and 2. And so Thijs Benoot it is that sets off. Going with him is Stefan Kung. I think now this is Benoot allowing himself the possibility of finishing second. He's played the perfect team role today, and Mathieu Jurgensen's going to bring it in, so he can afford to chase into the gap, if you will, Thijs Benoot, and maybe put himself into a famous 1-2 for Visma Lisa bike. And boy, do they need that as a balm. I'm sure the first thoughts of Mathieu Jurgensen today are going to be for Wout van Aert, one of those who unfortunately took such a big hit today in a huge crash amongst the favourites. He'll be thinking of him, Matt, that's for sure.
Yeah, he certainly will. Difficult situation. There was that moment in the race, there was that hesitation, wondering what they needed to do, but they just got stuck in back to the bike racing. And it looks as if this man, the man from Boise in Idaho, is going to take the win. And look at this, Thijs Benoot is determined to try and salvage something else, not just satisfied with the top step of the podium. He brings back the man from Norway. But now the last few hundred metres for this man are going to be a pure joy.
No sprint required, and the smiles are already there, and this is going to feel like the easiest end to a race for this man, because the joy of it, quite frankly, is going to wash over him. It's already happening. He's smiling. He's into the hoarded sections. 300 metres to go, and he can think about how to celebrate. The time doesn't matter. It's the drive that counts, and this is going to be a big gap back to some huge names. He can think about how to do this. How do I celebrate? He says, just ride it in, my friend, and enjoy. Because Mathieu Jurgensen has just won the Dwars Vlaanderen, the preamble to Flanders itself. That's a big result for a big guy. Fabulous. And now the clock doth roll, and it's who is going to get runners-up spot. And to be frank, there's a couple here who've been out front all day. Abramson has regathered himself. He goes over to the hoarded section. On his wheel here is Stefan Kung. They're not done just yet. Thijs Benoot is still in the chase, but at the back of this quartet, it's going to be third place for Kung, I think, as Abramson's going to bring this one home. And chapeau to him as well for doggedly determining the day, I think, from so many different angles. He was out there right from the start. But all hail Mathieu Jurgensen. Cue the Star-Spangled Banner. And a few little bits of stardust as well to fall upon this man, Josh Tarling, who comes across the line. All credit to him as well. And warmth to Mathieu Jurgensen. He is such a lovely guy, full of humbleness, wants to be an Olympian, got that chance. And today, well, he medalled out, didn't he? Brilliantly. That was a classy piece of riding and an amazing champion we have.